Welcome, I'm Trish. Today we're going to have a look at another look at these predictive cards, these prediction cards. I'm going to see what predictions is going to come out today. Now these are a brand new deck that I'm working on just to see if they work well. So I'm going to try and use these as much as I can just so I can see how they work, what they mean, if they're working well. But this will be a bit of fun. This will be a light reading. Now I also want to talk about during these prediction readings what predictions have happened. So last week's prediction that I did was the royal prediction, but it came up in there about an explosive card, and it made me talk about the dream about two males and a female, and they volunteered the female to carry something in her luggage around. That was because I saw them all packing luggage. It was almost like it felt like a bug out bag, like they were moving to it, or they were walking or moving or going to a different country. So they were in there was something related to explosives. So I just heard on the news yesterday that a 14-year-old girl has been arrested for having some kind of either explosives in her bag or instructions to something explosive that she was planning on taking into another country. So that prediction has already happened, and that happened within 2 weeks of me having that prediction. So if I can find those details, I'll put them on the screen or put a little snippet in if I can figure out how to do that. Last week's prediction was all about the royals. Now the royals, I normally touch on that reading. I do the royals at the start of the year and then I really don't come back to them, but the royals have so much going on around them at the moment, so there's lots to look into there, and the cards just wanted to draw me back and say, hey, we're not finished looking at the royals, there's still some more stuff going on here that we need to look into. So it just indicated that I need to do some more readings on the royals, or needed to look into them, or that there's some predictions coming up around the royals. But let's have a shuffle and we'll see what the cards want to talk about today. Okay, so here we are looking for a prediction. We're looking for a prediction that's going to happen within 2024. Okay, let's get into this prediction. Again, predictions are very light. We're reading very lightly into these. Okay, and again, it's something that I don't normally do. It's very new to me, so it's something that I need to work with these cards to make sure that they work well before I start selling them to other people that do predictions. So here we're looking at needing to some kind of food shortage going on around, so we're needing to stock up and prepare for that. There is some kind of corruption going on and something that's been planned. Okay. So many people, it says down the bottom, so that's giving me, and we've got tsunami, rising waters. Okay, rising waters is giving me the feeling of either, yes, it could be a tsunami that's coming, but it could also be something to do with flooding, flooding causing in the growers area. So this could even be Australia, so I'm not sure, but because it says so many people, it's kind of maybe making me feel like it is more than just Australia. It could be global, but it's saying that there's rising waters or waters causing food shortages. So that could indicate some kind of flooding that's going to cause, crops destroyed, and that's going to cause a food shortage. I'm seeing that here in the cards. Now it is saying here that there's some kind of corrupt dealings going on here. Now corrupt dealings could be like insurance companies, it could be like farmers not getting, we already know that's going on. We know that the farmers are not getting fair trade for their product. They're selling to the major shopping companies, and they're not getting fair dealings for their product. Now this is planned. I feel like it's a way of controlling. It's a planned outcome. So all these things that are happening related to farmers and growers, even upcoming storms or water disasters, tsunamis, that is all planned outcome. It's all part of an outcome of something against farmers, so against crops or against food production, or something that puts us into a sense of shortage, not having enough. So maybe that could be a fear thing, but it's saying something's going on here that affects so many people. Okay, innocent and truthful, but corrupt dealings above. Okay, So part of this could be innocent, such as, you know, a tsunami, unpredicted, could be like the innocent part of it. But then another part of it could be corrupt corporations taking advantage of the situation for greed or politics or something like that, so for a planned outcome. So something that happens that's completely truthful and innocent is then turned around and used for corporate greed or used for a way to get some kind of planned outcome, which is related to having to stock up and share. So it's like stock up and prepare is what it's saying, but it affects so many people. In this so many people card, this is a card of it's all like it kind of feels natural disaster here, because it's all okay. What the card is showing is that all pictures and images falling of people's faces that are missing or something happened. So that's what and it's called so many people, and it does indicate that something that happens is happening to a large group of people. Now it could be a disaster where people are missing or injured. It's affected many people. Let me just pull cards from over here, but that's what I'm picking up for today's prediction. I don't expect this one to happen within 2 weeks. I'm not quite sure of the timeline of these cards. I don't know how quickly they're working, but this is what's showing me what's coming up, what's going on in 2024 is that we're needing to prepare, stock up food, because there's going to be some kind of, it could even be global crisis around food or a food shortage, and it could be due to, for one thing, water. So water damage, flooding, tsunami could be causing it, but that's an actual thing that's happened. But there's also a planned outcome, so it's like an attack on all fronts. So they're attacking it from, there's corruption here going on, but there's also a planned outcome, so they're attacking it from many levels. One being corporate greed and not paying farmers enough, and another thing could be, you know, it could be like a plague of something, or it could be bad crops, and then it could be water damage. It feels like it's coming in from different fronts, and it's all an attack to do a planned outcome which causes a shortage of food or puts us in a state of fear of survival, but also that there's some kind of food shortage going on, being the main part of this reading. Okay, we've got the crystal ball. The crystal ball, so it's saying it's in the future. So sometime in 2024, because we want to make these cards stick to 2024 when they happen. But we are talking about it could even be, okay, Five of Cups, being left out in the cold. Being left out in the cold is almost like, it's like a poverty card. It's a card of the haves and the have-nots kind of energy there. Okay, so we're letting go, and there's many options, but we're letting go. So there's many options in this situation. I think that's related to, like, it's coming in on different fronts. It's a like a threefold or a three-part thing. It's coming in different ways, but the overall thing that it does, whatever the planned outcome is, I don't know. Whatever they're doing this for, I don't know. But the result for us that we feel is food shortages. We feel shortages, so we need to prepare for that. This is like the poverty card. So this is a card of cold. It could even be like energy related, because it says left out in the cold. So it could even be like an energy crisis or something. So it's saying, yeah, we need to prepare for that in some way, but it feels like it's almost like a survival thing, like a thing of, power shutdowns, something that happens that makes the power not stable. So it's like that could be related to food shortages. I don't know, possibly. There could be spoiled food. That could be another frontage that it's coming in from, spoiled food. From something to do with energy or the grid is what's going on there. But we're searching for something, and this card here is looking in, and this card here is also looking in. So, and where I said haves and have-nots, it's almost like we're looking in, because it's going to affect lower economic areas more so than higher economic areas, is just what I'm picking up on there. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Let's see where that goes. I don't know how long that's going to take, but we'll see what happens with that one. Here we just want to have a little look to see a prediction coming up in the next few weeks. Prediction maybe in April. Let's look at April. Prediction for April. Okay, what I got when I just got that submarine, I heard submarine leak. So I don't know if it's like a submarine leaking or an issue with the submarine, issues underwater, or a leak about something. So what's been hidden around about something, either underwater, something going out underwater, or something to do with submarines being leaked, information being leaked that's been hidden from us. So somebody trying to hide something, cover it up, and it being leaked, that information being leaked. Trying to hide something around submarines or hidden submarines. Public transport. Big news around public transport or trains coming up in the month of April. I just love these cards. I love the colours. Looking at building some kind of super city. So big news around a big new development, maybe around public transport or some kind of super city or super transport structure or something coming up. Okay, coming up in April. And again, I'm just playing. This is me just having fun with my cards. It's like my new deck that I'm playing around with. I'm trying to connect to them, see how they work, see if I need to make any changes to this deck. And it's just very light for me, this reading. So here we've got something being hidden around submarine or underwater, some kind of information being leaked or leakage to some kind of water vessel here, because it's showing submarine or underwater. So either information about something going on underwater that's being leaked, that has been hidden, or some kind of vessel leaking or something going on with submarines in April. Okay, also showing big news around a new building development, or could be public transport development. It says building a super city, but it could also be building or infrastructure around travel or transport. Then we've also got something similar but changing a story. So a story that's played out around a wreckage or disaster, changing the story, which makes me think it's already happened. Some kind of disaster that happened, the story is being changed or rewritten. It's very similar to what happened, or it's a repeat. Okay, it could be like a disaster that's already happened, for instance, like the Hawaii fires. There might be another very similar thing to happen. Being changed, it'd be different, but very similar. It's saying movement or leave. How are we going to know where to leave from? But anyway, some kind of natural disaster or wreckage that's happened before will happen again, but very similar, but changed. The story will be changed around it. Anyway, thanks for watching.